Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Mark Horton, Managing Director and founder of Radical Cloud Solutions. And we are hosting this webinar today to help shed some light on the key features, AI tools, and functions offered by Google Education. I would now like to hand over to Ryan, our technical guru and Google Workspace Administration expert. Ryan, over to you.
Good day, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you're all well. Okay, so I've got 3 pain points I'd like to talk about today. The first one being mitigating phishing and malware emails. This is a huge thing, as back in the day, I remember being an IT administrator. I had to manually go to each staff member's computer in order to check out phishing or suspicious emails. So I'm going to start my demo now to show you how we can mitigate these sort of suspicious emails using the Google Admin Console. Sorry, if you could just bear with me while I find my dashboard. Okay, so that if you're an IT admin and you are familiar with our Workspace console, this is the landing page, and these are all the features available to you if you're using the paid-for version. If you're on the fundamental version, there may be some features that are missing. So, pardon me. So I'm going to go to the landing page for the security dashboard. And from this dashboard, you'll be able to see any unwanted emails or like authentication challenges with email delivery, your spam filter, phishing emails. And always take note, there's always help nearby. So if you click on the little help icon, in most of the cards, you'll always find a learn more or help icon. So today, for the purpose of this demo, we're looking at the suspicious email that's come onto our domain. So one of the users had reported seeing this email. So what you can do is we can look up 180 days worth of emails, and you can customize the dashboard. So for today, I'm just going to look back maybe 30 days and apply that. And you can also change the classification from here. So either you can view all suspicious emails, including the option to clean, or else you can pick a specific classification. So from this dashboard, you can look at the recipient, the sender, the linked domain, the sender's domain as well. But I just need to manually select a date, as I don't have enough data on my demo platform. Apologies for that. And as you can see, this email was sent, and usually what you can tell by the subject, which is you win. Normally a genuine email won't have such a subject. And then you have the option to create a new investigation to try and look into the message or the message headers that are attached with this email. And because we've come from the dashboard, it's pre-populated the date, all these conditions, and under the attribute, it's added phishing under the spam classification. If you scroll down, you'll see the message ID for that email, the subject, the event was received, and the header address, which would be the address received from. So if you click on like the subject link, it'll open up another tab which will allow you to view the header. And what's truly suspicious is if you look at the SPF, DKIM, and DMARC, there's no pass Usually if it's from a genuine domain or a non-fishy domain, it would have pass for all these DNS records. You do have the ability to view the message, but you've got to justify why you're viewing this message. So in my case, I would say that this is a suspicious email. Pardon me. So that's the reason I'm going to give here. And then once I give the reason, it'll show me the contents of that email. So within this tab, again, you have the option to delete the message or restore or mark it as spam, or mark the message as phishing. And if it's a genuine message, you do have the option to push it out of the user's spam box and into their main inbox. Or else, in this case, you can send it to quarantine if you need to run further investigations. But in this case, I'm going to delete this message, which you can also do by selecting the email and under the actions option, go to delete. And then obviously by typing in delete one message as a confirmation, and then delete. Okay, so just waiting for that to finish its progress. And then you also have the option to save this investigation to reuse. So it just helps you not to manually go to the dashboard every time. You'll have this option to rerun an investigation for phishing emails. Okay, so now that we can view that the message was successfully deleted out of this user's mailbox. Oops. I'm sorry, what, am I on the wrong screen? It is. Okay, sorry, there we go again. That's a confirmation that this message has been deleted out of this user's mailbox. Okay, so for the next topic, I'm going to be talking about mitigating, how to investigate abusive material. So at times, kids can be naughty and share like cheat sheets and what have you. So the way to circumvent this is, again, with the investigation tool. This time I'll do it manually. So like if you get wind that a document is going around with answers to a certain subject, you can come here to the investigation tool, choose a data source. So in this case, because it's a document, it'll be under the Drive log events, which is Google Drive. So we want to add a condition to this, and we're going to choose a document type because we understand that it is a document that we're looking for, and then click on search, and that will start to do a search for all Google Docs, and then we can view the titles of those documents. So like this one really looks suspicious. It looks, it is a cheat sheet. So what I would like to do is I'd like to audit the file permissions or change the owner. You've got, or you can add users to this document and you can remove ownership from the current user. So in this case, we just want to quickly audit the file permissions. This will allow us to see, okay, the document title and who the owner of that file is. So you'll be able to track exactly who the owner is and who also has access to this document. So under the People's tab, it also shows the same document shared amongst the same people, the same users. And then also the domain, the options on the domain. Okay. So under again, under actions, we would want to remove the users. And then obviously we just have to type in the user email address. And then confirm the action by typing remove users, and that would remove that document from all the students' drives. And again, you do have the option to save that investigation if you need to run it. Okay, so moving on now, I'd like to move on to the Originality Reports. So if you are familiar with using Google Classroom, you'll have an option in your class once you create an assignment. So this is the teacher's view. So once you create an assignment for your students, you will have an option to enable the plagiarism or originality reports. So in this case, I haven't shared this document with students, so I'm going to check that box to allow. And if you're on the Free Fundamentals platform, you'll get a pop-up saying that you can only run this check 5 times for each assignment. And always keep note of the Learn More icon, because that will take you to the support page and it will show you how to use Originality Reports. Again, if you don't see the option for Originality Reports, please check with your IT admin to ensure that they enable this in your workspace environment. So as a teacher, once you created and assigned a paper, you can assign it, click on Assign to assign it to students. And then the students will have the option to view that. So I'll switch to the student view. Okay, so this is the student view. So I'm going to sign into my class, and then straight away in the stream, it shows me that the teacher posted a new assignment. So I'm going to open my assignment, and maybe today feeling a little bit lazy, and I'm just going to copy and paste data instead of reading up and trying to find out more about my assignment. So just allow me to copy some data to paste into that class. Okay, so that's my Google Doc. I'm opening it in a new tab. So obviously the teacher wants me to read page 5 to 30 and to summarize the chapter in my own words. But because I'm a little lazy today, I'm just going to copy and paste data and hopefully get away with it. So once I've added my work to my paper, before I turn it in, there will be an option for me to run an originality report. So if I come back to my class, before I turn in my paper, on the right here, you'll see the option to run the report. And the pop-up tells you that students are able to run this report 3 times for each paper before they turn it in. So just going to run it and we'll see what comes up. Okay, so it's created an originality report. You can click on it. And then once it loads, it's going to highlight the flagged passages. So we also want to see the cited and quoted passages. So we're going to turn that on, and it's going to show you that there's 4 web matches found, and the sites, pardon me, that those passages have been copied from.